got a bit of a storm going on, so I'll just pop into the shed. See the power that's coming out of my little setup. I'm holding the battery down with my inverter. It's been quite windy this morning, so I'll just pop in. There's not been wind for a while. I had to completely reset the power. The battery's completely drained. And it's a 6.43 kilowatts. So while that's doing that, just wait for some big gusts to come along. You can see how much power this thing really kicks out. There we go. Just over 1,000 watts. So while that's doing that, I've got this over here. So this is draining it. So make sure the battery never charges up, so the brakes never apply. Works quite well. So average wind speed about 30 to 35. It's gusting up to 56 before. Let's see if we can get a good gust before I just stop the video. I actually lowered the turbine by about 2.5 meters because it's just getting too much power, too much wind before I had this setup. So I'm thinking about raising it back up again to the better height. Just got to make sure that everything's all good. If you get it to the point where it spins too fast, it'll produce a wind wall, in which case it's just like a big 2.5 meter diameter disc in like 11 meters up, which is going to just snap all your cables and bend everything off. So don't do that again. If I manage to keep it under control and don't let it wind wall, it'll just be fine. Here we go. That's a big one. I usually get gust on gust, and then not really. So this always used to always trip. If you just have the inverter and not this battery setup, it would always trip on a day like today. So you're like 25 to 30 minutes of no power at all. And during that time, that's when the maximum power is. So doing this, you always catch the power. It never sort of switches off and never recovers. As soon as it detects a higher voltage, the brake will apply, the voltage just drops instantaneously and it switches back on again. Now, for instance, it's 26.7 volts to 27.9. Just looking over at the brake, it's not applying. So what I can do is I can reduce the voltage. So I'll do that now. So what I've just done is I've reduced the voltage on this, so this will start drawing even more power, which will lower the voltage on the battery. Now this is draining down to 403 watts. I'm going to wander across. But that's not actually the power from the turbine, that's the power from the battery. This is the battery itself. So you're all looking at is the this number. You should see now it'll keep the voltage low on them. So at this point is a nice big one. It's just not quite me hitting it up now. See now I'm not seeing that very high voltage on the battery reading. But once the storm's passed, I'll increase the voltage to 23 again, which will not flatten the battery over time. There we go again. I'm still drawing 400 watts off the battery at present. So it's the wind's not coming from a good direction today, it's sort of a bit buffety. It's good enough to throw it 1000 watts. So I replaced my phone, it died, went through the washing machine. This is a new phone, better camera on it. So it goes. So it did say the peak was going to be over sometime around now, but it's going to kick even now to tomorrow. So that's something for just Jesus. Sorry for that. And the gusts come and go. Looks like we just got the wind back. Another one. Also, reducing the voltage lowers the noise of the turbine as well. So the neighbours would be quite happy when I lower the voltage. It doesn't make the same sort of noise. It's a little bit lower pitch, so it's not as annoying. Give it another minute. My arms are aching. Need to get a stand. This big resistor on the right hand side here was when it went flat, I charged it from my 48 volt battery, so I had to put the resistor in line with it. This doesn't want to show off today, does it? But it is a 1000 watt turbine. And it can produce, I've seen it produce 1300 watts on a windy day. So I can might be getting a little boost. Okay, we'll leave it till tomorrow and hopefully we'll get some stronger winds.